And at which point, it's now done an enrollment of that device. So it's giving me access to my email, to my OneDrive for Business, to my intranet, to my apps. I can now push apps down to that. So it says, while we enroll. And now it's saying, do you want to start taking advantage of biometrics? So you can use a fingerprint, if we got a fingerprint reader. Our new Surface 4 has got a fingerprint reader on the keyboard. Or we can use a PIN code. So go through setting up. And we've got the new Windows. So this is our new Windows 10 environment. I can go straight into my mail, and it's automatically configured into single sign-on for me. So what did we see? We saw Azure AD enabling that enrollment, enabling the functionality that's driven down onto that device. We saw single sign-on to enterprise resources. It's done single sign-on through an Azure AD token that's gone onto the device. And we've seen sort of the enterprise store experience, enabling free applications directly onto that device through an MDM process. All of this technology all comes together through Windows 10 and through our cloud technology. So those of you who are on Office 365 today, you're already using Azure AD. So it's not like we're saying you need extra infrastructure, but you get extra benefits from using Windows 10 within that environment. So this was the announcement that we had on Tuesday, the new innovations. This is the Surface Book. This is the Surface Pro 4. We've got a new band. We've got new handsets for phone. And we've got that's actually a new HoloLens. I'll change some of the form factor of that. So what I wanted to do now, just to finish off, is just show you a demo of Continuum. Continuum allows me to take advantage of the fact that universal apps will scale across all the devices that I'm using. So whether I'm on a tablet, a laptop, rotating the tablet, or even on a phone, I can use universal apps and they will auto-scale depending on what I want to do. So can we switch over to the... Right. So I've got a 950 XL here, so on new phone. So I'm just going to sign into it. There we go. So what it's done there is it's done an iris scan of my... So what you see there is Continuum on the phone. It's not going to work on that. Let's just do it on there. That's too shiny. Yeah. Thanks. Having a little issue with the mouse. Okay, so we'll just not worry about that. So on the phone itself, this phone, I don't know if you can see that, that's showing my Windows screen. If I click on the Windows button here, hang on, let's just... Here we go, demo gods. Let me just pull these out. So what I've got here is this is a Microsoft Display Hub down here. So I'm just, in the back of it, I've got USB ports. I've got a display port out. I've got HDMI. And I've got power for the phone. So let's see if that's now working. Typical. Yeah. Let's just... There we go. Right, so I can go into this, and I see a full-size mail app there. So what it's doing is it's scaling out. And if I just go into this. Right, let's just. So let's try this again. Yeah, so that's better. Okay, so it's scaled out my Outlook app directly from the phone. And let's see if my keyboard's working now. So this is a, let's just try turning this off again. So what I've got is I've got a Bluetooth keyboard connecting into the device. So I'm just going to reset this. Okay, so that's not. We'll leave the keyboard for the moment. What I'll do is I'll be able to type directly onto this, so I can respond to this email as if it's just as if I'm typing on the device itself. But I can actually just type here on the phone, so I can use a phone keyboard. So this is an email that went to my son. So, and then I can actually just. There we go. So, send that email. So this gives me the ability to use a full Windows type display. I can go into things like PowerPoint. I've got PowerPoint here. And I can plug in external storage into the back of my USB here. So I can add USB keys, I can run full decks off that, and obviously I've got Office on here, so I've got Word, Excel, I've got PowerPoint. And I've got Edge, so I can look at the browser here. And actually, if I go back onto my phone and I was to start Edge on my phone, it will automatically take it off the screen and go back onto the phone for me. So this gives me the ability to use the phone in some scenarios to replace my PCs. So maybe I've got execs that are walking between different offices. Rather than having to carry a laptop, you can just use a phone. They plug into a hub, or they can use Miracast. So you can use Miracast and completely Bluetooth connections directly onto the phone, which means it's completely wireless to them. Okay, so that's the end of my session. We've just come up on time now, and we got time for one or two questions, if there's anything. One question. We got time for one question. Anyone want to go? No? Okay. Yeah, you're obviously happy with all that. So thank you very much for your time. And we'll be around and about if you want to come and grab us for anything.
Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Stephen. So our next session in here is going to start at 11 a.m. and we're going to be hearing from Ray O'Farrell. He is the CTO from VMware. So that's at 11 o'clock in here. See you then.